Okay. So yeah, let's go over the build. So I don't know if you know, but they like basically deleted the double light armor build because they changed these fame shop armors. And right now they switched the set bonuses around, and you cannot do double penetration. So that's the first thing. But after they buffed the lifesteal, I already switched to other build, so I don't really care about that one. And it's the double medium, double light. And it has slightly less damage, but slightly more, let's say, tankiness. Because if you have good lifesteal, then it's worth to be more tanky because then you can, like in my original build, you can survive being bursted down, like you don't die, and then you can out-heal this damage again. So you need to have enough tankiness to survive in the first place. So that's why I have double medium. And by accident they nerfed the other one, so that's why I'm using this one. So and why not full medium? Because it has, I have 250 penetration here, so it's very good. I prefer this over the 10 in stats. But there is also this thing that they buffed with the reforged gear. They buffed the weapons too. And for example, I reforged my Yamakiri today and I got 200 penetration more. So I'm wondering if it won't be worth it going to full medium, just because I have light armor only for the penetration, but if I have enough penetration without it, then I don't need it. I guess I could, whatever. Because right now I went quite heavy into agility because without the bonuses from weapon I have very low penetration, so I went heavily into agility. But right now, with this build, if I get the stats from the weapon, I would go way over 2000 penetration, which is way too much. I always thought that plus 10 to stat is better than penetration from line. It's just math, right? Because with 10 to stats, I get 60 damage and 60 penetration and tankiness. So I get 120 in damage stats, and with light I get 250 in damage stat. So it's because I don't really care about armor and toughness from the Carnifex. So 2000 is way too much. It's way too much. So I'm gonna for sure switch that because it works now because I have 1700, so it's okay. And okay, so maybe I will show you other thing, but let me open it first. Yeah, so that's my damage calculator for Nodachi. Link is on my Discord if you want to use it. So basically, that's my stats without attributes right now. So my idea is that most of meta units in the gold tier, because in the blue tier it doesn't really matter, but in the gold tier, most of the units are around 700 armor. So you want to kill them. It's maidens, liaos, stalwarts, things like that. Because have more armor have reapers, but nobody plays reapers. Things like chevaliers, but you don't really care about them because they are not very problematic, right? The stalwarts, myrmidons, shield maidens are the problem. So and the heroes who have 1000 armor. So my idea is it's best to focus on killing these 700 armor units ever. Basically, right now I have 500 there, right? So this calculator shows you how much stats you have to, where you have to put your stats to get the most damage against this armor. And I think it's the best to aim at 700 after the gold units are released. Right now we don't have them, so I put something less. But if you go too low, then you deal no damage to heavy armor players. That's right, because the problem is that if you go too much into penetration, like right now I target 500, and this green line is if I went full agility, and this is my build. So the difference is very low, but you get more at the low armors. So I think it's just not worth it, this few percent, because then you are fighting Scimitar and you are doing not enough damage to kill him, you know. So that's, I thought that this 700 seems like a nice balance. I mean, if somebody, like people will start playing Reapers and things like that, then you should go higher. I mean, in general, if I would be annoyed that, I don't know, something, I hit somebody for like 1000 and I don't deal any damage to him, then I would go higher. Because it depends how much damage you have also. And it depends which skills you use. Because they have different scaling. I mean, I'm not including here the armor penetration scaling, but damage scaling. And so if you use more damage heavy skills, then you want more penetration. And if you, let's say I wouldn't use ultimate and I would use only Blood Oath and the Monster's Blade, which, by the way, I'm wondering how it scales, because I would need to update this with this damage, then you go for more strength. So it's, I mean, it's not really, it's around 1700, 1800. I think it's like a sweet spot if you aim for 700 armor. But as I said, if you don't have damage, like I don't know, you have 0 damage on your weapon and you go full penetration, it will be probably worse, because probably you need some. So yeah, basically link to this is on my Discord, and you should be able to copy this and edit this. And then you just put the things and it will show you how much you need. But note that if you are not in the tier lock, like there are gold units, if they are shield maidens, you cannot go full damage, because they will just you will just die when you touch them. So in the previous, like at the end of the season, I was playing with 40 points in the toughness, and so I had much lower damage than right now, or maybe similar, because I had stats from the weapon. But you know, basically I wanted to go for the, like, to have 30,000 HP, but it's kinda, I don't have reasoning behind that. It's what felt right for me. So yeah, in general, my advice is that you go for the, if you are, let's say, new to Nodachi, it's better to go with the full HP and like learn the skills and everything, and then use free resets every week to get less HP and more damage. And at some point you will notice that you are dying way too much, and then you go back with some more HP and you should be fine. It's basically about balancing, like to not be too tanky, because it's easy to go full toughness and never die, but then you also don't really kill much. So yeah, it's also sometimes worth it. I mean, sometimes I just go for toughness for the fun of being unkillable. And right now, notice that we got with forged gear, you can get like 1000 HP on each piece. So I think you can go to like 40,000 HP now. And Avalanche is scaling with HP. So yeah, if I roll some good HP gear, I'm gonna check that out. Okay, I need to drink. Too much talking.